For that last set for quads, the leg extensions, it's a little bit lighter weight, more reps. Trying to lean out, trying to build a lean look. So typically for that, you want to have a little bit lower weight and more reps. That's how you cut out, lean out. So the first two were heavy. The goblet squat was a heavy weight. The front elevated split squats was a moderate weight. That's kind of, split squats are kind of on me, so I didn't do real heavy. And then I did a lighter weight on the extensions, but more reps. So that's quads. There's 3 sets of that. I did 2 already, but we're gonna jump to the hamstrings, the back of the leg, so I can show you guys what those look like. In this program is the GHD machine, which I believe stands for Glute Hamstrings Developer. That's my guess anyway. I don't have that machine. I might have used it at the gym once or twice before. But I don't have that machine, so I can't do the GHD machine. So an alternative exercise, and when you're at home, you can always find an alternative to pretty much every exercise out there, is hip thrust. So I need to... So for hip thrust, typically you are laying on the floor on your butt, sitting up. You are raised, so your upper back, shoulders are leaning on a box, a stepper. Like that. And you put the bar or the weight across your hips, and you hip thrust all the way up, tighten through your hamstrings. So I'm gonna grab barbell across your hips, distribute it evenly, and you're gonna go down and up. Bring your toes in a little bit. And you feel it in your hamstrings back here, both sides. So typically I would put some weight on this bar. This bar itself is probably about 25-30 pounds, but I'm not going to do weight today. I'm not going to do weight on the bar. I'm going to grab a plate. This is going to be the dumbbell RDLs. So whenever you see RDL, it could be dumbbells or barbell. RDLs are Romanian deadlifts. Romanian deadlifts, RDLs. Again, same as the quads, the front of the leg, the first 2 exercises for the hamstrings were a little bit heavier weight, lower reps, less reps. Except for the third one, the third exercise was lower weight, a lot more reps. All right, so switching it up. So now we're gonna hit the last set, which is abs. Right below the rafters, right below that light here. I'll show you. This bar. Get these out of the way. So he installed that bar for me on my rafters so that I can do hanging leg raises, I can do hanging knee raises. I can do pull-ups, I can do chin-ups, all body weight. Oh, he was a lady. Ow! Dude, look like a lady. All right, so now the last set is crunches. So your traditional sit-up, a lot of people don't like them. 1, it hurts your back, and 2, typically you need to have your feet planted or held down by, you can either put them under dumbbells, have somebody else hold your feet. If you remember back to the days of like grade school, high school, junior high, where you had a partner that would hold your ankles to keep your feet still. But the traditional sit-up kind of hurts a little bit on your working your legs on your back. So traditional sit-up is just this: boom, 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 boom. You're bringing your head to your knees, here to here, which squishes the stomach and the abs. That's how you work them out. And we're going to do some crunches. Crunches is... Whew, thank you, Lizeth. Always got to try to be uplifting, be motivating, be inspiring, be positive. Whatever you put into this world and whatever you bring into yourself and hang around is what you're going to have more of. So you need to put positivity. You need to be around positivity. You need to be around motivated people. People that are inspiring, people that'll push you, people that make you have fun and laugh and smile. You got to stay away from the negative people. And sometimes that's even family and friends. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. But don't get me wrong. I have my bad days. I get angry. I get upset. I get hurt. Just like everybody else in this world does. We all have feelings. But when I'm on social media, I try to keep it positive, keep it fun, have a good time. Nothing else. There's about 10 ounces of water. That's all I need. No milk. Don't need a little metal ball or anything inside of here because this stuff mixes very nicely. So what we have here today is 2 parts. This is what we call the post-workout stack. You have your protein and you have your carbs. So this is your post-workout protein. These 2 products should be attached to the live somehow. Barth, are you still out there? Lizeth? Anybody? Am I all alone now? So, we're going to talk about it anyway. Let me tilt that back. Just walking into a store or looking online and finding protein. And it all looks the same. It's not. There is a difference in protein. So, for this company that I represent, there's 2 different kinds of protein. 2. Alright? This is called level 1. This is like your normal meal replacement protein. This is a slow assimilation protein, meaning it's slow acting, which means it keeps you fuller longer. Alright? That's what that is for. We use both kinds, but a lot of times people use this in their coffee. They use it in baking for different things, muffins, waffles, pancakes, different things like that. This is actually blueberry muffin. This is delicious. So that's level 1. That is regular protein. This is for meal replacement. The thing that I want to talk to you about today for post-workout is this, which is called Formula One. All right, just like the company name, PH. This slow assimilation, slow acting, keeps you fuller longer. This is fast assimilation, fast acting, boom, gets right into the bloodstream, right into those muscles when you're done working out for faster repair, rebuild, and recovery. So you're not as sore the next day, you can get back in the gym and keep working. And it helps you build faster. So same thing with the carbs. This is a fast acting carb. They are broken down, micronized, so that when you take it into your system, when you drink it, it goes right in to fill the muscles. The carbs, a lot of people say they don't need carbs, don't want carbs because it makes them fat. Carbs don't make you fat. You have to have a certain amount of carbs. And when you're done working out especially, besides all the micro tears that you make in your muscles that you have to repair and rebuild, that's how you grow, that's what you need the protein for, you expended all the energy that was in your muscles, which is the glycogen that's in the carbohydrates. That's what you need this to replenish the glycogen and the energy stores in your muscles. I take a scoop of this.
If we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So, what's that about?
So, let Progressive protect your home and auto. Because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
We're doing chocolate mint cookie today.
Woo-wee!
Wesley Financial Group.
One. I do 2 of these.
And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out.
Most guys will take 2 scoops of protein after our strength training and a scoop of carbs, the ignition. Women, it would be 1 scoop of protein most of the time and a half a scoop of ignition. Now here's another tip on how you mix up your protein, because a lot of people are used to doing this, just shaking it up, you put it in, your powder is all sitting right here on top of the water. And when you go to shake it, it hits the inside of the lid, it gets stuck, and then you get clumps. Watch this. This is called, I call it the twister. My coach taught me this, and a lot of people in my company use this, but I forget what they call it. I forget, but I call it the twister. You're going side to side. Boom. See how fast that went down into the water? Twisting back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. And then when you got it nice and mixed, and I told you this stuff is smooth. This stuff has no grit, no chunk. You don't need a ball inside there. Then once you got it, I give it a little swirl. Back the other way. And then now that I know it's really mixed, then I can give it a little and take a look at this. Look how smooth that is. There is no chunks, no grit. Pop it open. Lick the lid, because everybody does that. You don't want to waste any. Oh man, that's so good. Chocolate mint cookie. Right there, baby. Formula One. It's in my showcase. Hit me up. Check my bio. Get my link. There's lots of other great products from my link through their store that are not on TikTok. They're not available on TikTok. There's only a handful on TikTok. Again, I've been with them for almost 6 years now. Part of the company. We just came back from a big weekend in New York. Awesome time. No chunks, no grit. Look at that, man. Where's my water? Make sure I rinse it and get every last drop of that post-workout stack. Swirl it around a little, mix it up. Look at that. Look how clean that shaker is. No chunks, no grit, no leftover. I'm telling you, this is the smoothest stuff, smoothest protein I've ever had in my life. And not only does it look good and taste phenomenal, it works. All right, you feel good, you feel better. You're not as sore. You get back in the gym the next day, you feel good and you see results. I'll do another video one day and talk about what I did, my journey. But I want to see your journey. I want to see you guys get some results. Whether you want to lean up, lose weight, gain muscle, build, maintain. Some people are at there where they want to be. They just want to maintain. If you want to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, I want to help you do it. I lost 40. And I lost 40 starting in 2021. So 4 years ago. And I'm still down 30. I'm going to tell myself that 10 pounds was muscle weight that I put back on. But it's probably part muscle, part fat. But I'm still down 30. So I know what to do. Nutrition, exercises, mindset, the right post-workout. All right, my friends, that was today's workout. That was legs and abs. Hope you guys got some value out of that. Hope you learned something there. Drop me a message. Check the link in my bio. Check my showcase. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm happy to answer them. I want to make sure you understand and get the right thing. Shoot me. That benefits you. So have an awesome rest of the day, my friends. Go out there and get it. Whoa, let's go.